Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hot Take with Chrissy and Will. All right, everyone. I have Paul and Steve here from P&S Marine Supply. Please, come on, introduce yourselves.
I'm Paul.
Paul, come on, Paul. I've known you since the beginning of time. Come on.
Well, I've been known Will since high school.
No, middle
school.
It was middle
correct.
school.
It was middle
Come
school.
on, not correct. Get it right.
Yep, I've known him quite a while.
All right.
Been into boats for most of my life.
Yes, all of you. Yes.
Yeah, and that's courtesy of his father, me, Steve.
Yes. Oh, Steve.
I'm Paul's dad, and the two of us make P&S Marine Repair and Supply.
Mm-hmm.
And my son has kind of a funny story that he could tell you why he got in this business. Why don't you tell everybody, Paul?
Yeah, what's the story?
Please tell us.
Right out of high school, we had a boat that Dad was trying to sell. It was a 32-foot Trojan, and I was showing it to a couple of people, and both motors decided they were going to try to blow up on me at the same time. Out in the middle of the ICW.
Ooh. Was that a line lover?
No.
Okay,
This,
different.
this was the Aurelia, named after his second wife.
You didn't have to go there, but okay.
I'm going there.
Okay, you done good.
This is after he got rid of her, so this was the last memento
I remember.
of her.
Oh, I remember. Okay, we go
Anyways,
ahead. Go ahead.
what got me interested in fixing boats was that incident.
Okay.
I'm doing circles down the ICW with half rudder and one motor running, and it's smoking.
And all I can hear in the distance is, I hate this boat!
This is true.
And that
this
was
is
him.
very true. For miles.
Did it sell?
Yes.
Yes.
Finally.
So you guys have. What type of boat work do you do? Is what I should ask first.
Mostly boat mechanical stuff, electrical stuff, and electronics installation and repair.
Yeah, I have a 32-foot Carver 3207 that I knew it had a bad motor when I bought it, but not a bad motor. It had a rebuilt motor installed improperly.
Oh, no.
And so I've spent, and I'm not a mechanic, so I've spent about a year and a half with a lawn ornament
Oy.
in the water.
Oy.
Yeah, not thrilled about it.
No.
I might have to get you guys over there.
Now, we had another client that was up near Jacksonville. He bought a boat, same way. They replaced the motor, and he calls us up, says, one motor isn't running right. We go down there, and when the guy put it in, the guy wasn't a marine mechanic. He was just plain old diesel mechanic.
Right.
And he puts in this motor and didn't line it up with the prop shaft. So the front picking thing was rubbing, and of course, he couldn't bring enough power because the whole boat would shake violently. Yep, that was one of the issues. Of course, he ended up keeping the boat on trailer and sitting in his yard, from what we understand.
Well, mine's too big for the trailer, but
So was his, but
when I bought it though, it also had a bad generator, and I got some quotes to have the generator fixed. It was like $3,000. I said that's not happening, so I yanked it out and I solar powered everything. So now I don't have to worry about a generator.
That's a good alternative if you ever wanted to do that. It's lightweight, reduces weight of the boat.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, the batteries I put in
Well, even with the batteries.
were
it
two
takes better.
Ds, so they're 200 and something pounds a piece. But it works.
It works.
It runs the two ACs. It runs the stove. It runs all the lighting. Runs all that stuff. So I'm happy.
that's all that matters.
Yeah, and it doesn't use fuel because I only get a mile per gallon to start with.
Mhm. And that's on a good day with the wind behind you,
Yes,
right?
downhill, which is
Absolutely.
difficult in the ocean. But
Yeah.
you got a boat, Will?
Yes, but you know what? I need actually a jet boat, maybe something 454 in it. You know, I want manifolds of one, like flames that come out of it. It'd be great.
We've got one in the backyard that's waiting for Will to come help with.
Yeah. Yes.
We're converting a ski boat into a drag boat, speedboat.
It's Magnum.
It's a Magnum, yes.
Magnum.
And you're getting pulled behind it?
No.
He wants to ride in it.
Yes.
And of course, quick blessing to him on that one, because when we get done with it, we're going to be pushing 800 to 1,000 horsepower.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going for a 100-mile-an-hour boat.
Oh,
You should ski behind 100 mile. You don't even need skis.
no,
No, you
it's
barefoot.
Barefoot skis.
Barefoot.
Yeah,
No,
barefoot ski.
Right. Absolutely. And we got to film it. We have to film this, too. It's going to be great. We'll film it. Boom. 100 miles an hour.
Will's last day.
Yeah. We can
I'll tell you. That's good. Uh-huh.
So when you're do you have a shop where boats are brought to, or do you
We're
go
mobile.
to
We're
mobile? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We come to you.
It's a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
There are certain instances if you have something small that you can bring to the house. It's not a big deal, but typically we come to you.
Yeah.
What about watercraft?
Yes, we do that
Excellent.
too.
Excellent.
We spent money on a computer system it's totally mobile that allows him to plug it into any marine motor built after 2000. You said
Anything that has a computer on it for
It's
the
got-
most
Right.
part.
yeah.
So it's like onboard diagnostics.
Yes, that's what it is.
Okay, great.
And
Yeah, that's not my boat.
yeah.
Not mine
So-
either.
But the thing is, we did that, and even a lot of the new watercraft, everything's computer controlled,
Yeah.
and consequently, if you don't have it, you can't do the work.
Can't. Yeah. Yeah.
So it is a marriage made in heaven for us. I mean, he goes out and he can plug it in, and
It tells you everything you need to know.
Pretty much.
almost, not everything.
Almost.
There's still a lot of mechanical stuff that it won't tell you. It'll only tell you what the computer says is wrong. What's really wrong, you got to look at. And that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's where I come in.
So you're of the two. So you do mechanic work. What's your?
I'm the money man bookkeeper for Palatka.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I
Keeps
work
me
behind,
straight.
I work behind the scenes. I do all the parts resourcing for him, and I do the website. I do the accounting. I do all that kind of stuff for him. That way, it makes it simpler for him because he doesn't have to deal with it. All I have to do is say, "Here, Paul. Here's job. Go do it." He does it.
Yeah.
They've always
this
been
is
the
how many
best
hours,
team
this
ever.
this is
Yeah,
the part
yeah, that
where-
works pretty good.
Always been best team. I remember.
Yeah.
from
Have a
being-
great day, and I send him a
Absolutely.
bill.
Yes.
That way it makes life simple. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just when you start looking at boats and everything, you've got a perfect example. But when you start looking at boats and getting them ready for the season, granted, Florida is one of those places you never have a season. It's
Right.
kind of like year
It's
round.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still got to deal with it, and a lot of people don't want to take the time to invest into their own boat. They'll go out and spend $100,000 on a boat or $50,000 on a boat, and then they don't want to change the oil in it. And
Yeah.
don't want to change the lower unit fluid in it, and change spark plugs, water pump. And now, why did my motor blow up?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm due for 2 water pump. Well, I got twin 350s, and it's time for new water pump impellers to put in. But I have a frozen through hull valve, so I can't shut the valve off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons why his had problems.
Yes.
Well, do you change through hulls in the water?
You can't.
You really can't.
Bottle sink.
Yeah.
Well, if you gotta be quick.
I don't care how quick you are.
That was in unison, you noticed.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, I got to have the bottom paint done and everything, so it's going to stay a lawn ornament in the water a little longer.
Know how that goes.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe I just put a cork in the through hull fitting to stop the water so I can change the water pump.
There are ways to do it, but it's one of those things. You need to have a certified diver go up underneath the boat, and then that whole area has to be sealed off. It can be done, but it's not a cheap endeavor.
Well, I'm a master scuba diver trainer instructor.
Yeah, so am I.
So
But
are
I'm
you?
not an instructor, but I am certified. Or
Oh, well, I'm certifiable,
oh, there
but
you go. It's the same here, but that's neither here nor there.
Now wait a minute. I have 1100. Let me see, Wave Raider, and three carbs, and I want a little bit more power, and also I don't know, when it comes to starting, I have a little bit of issue, no display, so I'm thinking maybe CDI.
Maybe. We got a Sea-Doo sitting in our backyard that I purchased for a song. And apparently some rats enjoyed the
Oh no!
Squirrels
the,
love
the squirrels wrapped
rodents
something.
love wires for
Yes,
some
of
reason.
course, of course.
And they ate
No,
the wires, and it was just absolutely hilarious. So now I've got to replace the wiring harness.
Oh boy,
And sometimes it's just as simple as that.
that's true. That's true. I don't know. I'll tell you, I wanted it working and more power.
Yeah, well, pray to the good Lord it isn't CDI, because you'll go broke replacing it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, CDIs are not
They're not.
those scoff
They're not
at,
cheap.
Yeah. It's like what I saw on eBay, it was like $250 or something.
Yeah, for a used one, maybe.
Well, use one. Yeah. New was like a grand or
and
something.
if you're willing to bounce the coin off the wall for $250, you and I need to talk, because I got some land in South Florida to sell you,
No,
boy.
thank you. No, thank you. Okay. No, thank you. Not a gambling man.
Yeah, we've lived on the water. My family. Well, initially we were from Gloucester, Massachusetts, so my family was fishermen and lobstermen, and then I and my parents moved to Maine when I was a kid, and I had a lobster boat and a half a dozen traps up there, and then moved down here. Had to stay with the water theme, so yeah, we enjoy the water.
Yeah, I've been in the boating scene since probably the 70s, and I've had every kind of boat you could imagine. I've dealt with boats that, like you wouldn't believe. I've taken them apart. I've done everything. I've built motors for them, done outdrives. It just, the list goes on and on.
Cars, motorcycles, everything.
Cars, motor. You can ask Will.
Yep.
Will
Yep.
Will has
I was
been
there.
around since
Yep.
he was a kid,
Yep.
and he and my son went to school together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually very, very funny, because I could tell you stories about both of them, but nevertheless.
A good story about Will would be nice.
Well, I was looking at. Okay, I know I never get a chance with the V12 Jag, but it was cool though. I was looking like, wow, that's a nice car.
Yeah, it was a nice car.
It was a beautiful car.
It was. I love my 12-cylinder Jag. That thing was wonderful.
It was beautiful. I mean, it was just like perfect. No scratches, no nothing. It is,
He loved that car, period.
I know he did. Yeah, because he kept that
loved it.
inside. That's what
He loved it almost more than me, and that's
Right.
saying something.
Every time I would go to the shop, it was inside the Bay Area.
Yes.
So it was not. Yeah, it wasn't exposed to anything. So yeah, this is a beautiful car.
So with your boat maintenance, right? Maintenance and repair. What's the company name again?
P&S Marine Repair.
I saw on one of your things that you changed the zincs and so forth. So is that on a dry dock, or do you put the tank on, go underneath, and?
I normally don't put the tank on. I'm not a diver. He's the diver.
So you put the books up for a while and
If
go
I
down?
have to, yes. If I have to, yeah, I will dive under a boat. I also have a friend who's a certified diver. He'll go down with me, because in a lot of areas here in our greater area, water's so dark you can't
see. Yeah.
It really
And
really
so
is.
it's rather difficult, but it's more enjoyable. We do a lot more outboard work on boats that are on trailers than we do the inboards, and have it go under and replace the zincs.
Right.
Thank the Lord. I don't like doing it, but if it has to be done, we can't do it.
We have a guy that rents a unit here where the studio is, bottom time boat hull cleaning. They come to your house, and they scuba dive in and clean the boat bottom, and they change the zincs there and so forth. So they do it for me, but they do it for everybody, but they do it for me as well. And they do a nice job.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, they do a nice job. But and as a scuba instructor myself, I could go down and change the zincs. But I'm too lazy.
Can't say I blame you.
I'm too lazy. What about you?
Well, I'm not scuba certified, but I could. Hey, I was a.
I'm working on them.
You working on it?
Yeah.
He's
we went to what do you call it? Where did we go? Ibex.
We went to the IBEX show.
Yeah, it was
over in
great. The
Tampa.
Ibex show was awesome. I loved it. It was
International Boat Builders Exchange
Yes,
is what IBEX stands for.
It was a convention, or
It was a big convention. It
Huge
was,
convention.
3 floors?
oh man, yes.
where was it?
Tampa.
Yeah,
Oh, in
yeah.
Tampa.
I still have boat wax and wash, and it was great. I loved it. I really did. And I learned a lot about electric motors, which were horrible. I didn't, I don't see myself the whole idea of electric motor and let's say lithium batteries in water. That's I already knew that. Anyways.
Electric motor powered boat.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're
trying to push the electric motor.
Well, it's
No,
not
I'll
just
pass
that.
on
Yeah, I
that.
agree.
Well, a lot of people have the same feeling because everybody thinks Tesla, God forbid I shouldn't say a name, but nevertheless, the battery and the water issue. Well, with the marine industry, with a lithium-ion battery, they use red lithium, and the battery is built completely different. So you don't have the explosion, you don't have the overheating thing. You can submerge the cotton picking thing, and it won't hurt it. And with lithium-ion batteries in boats, man, let me tell you, you talk about expensive. A battery that you've got 2 Ds, okay, you can do that in half the size than a lithium-ion battery.
Yeah.
But you're going to spend $3,000 for one battery.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
They're expensive, but the weight's not there.
It's cheaper than a Tesla. Well, an electric car
Yeah,
motor.
the electric car would think
I'm
so,
saying not
yeah.
a Tesla, but I'm saying electric car motor. Electric car battery.
Yeah.
Because that's a little bit like 14,000.
Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah,
I'm not saying a particular brand or anything.
No, of course you wouldn't do that. No.
But that's the whole thing. The lithium-ion scene has been something that they have been trying to push for years, and now they're talking about the ABYC, which is American Builders
Boat and Yacht Council.
Boat and Yacht Council,
Oh, yeah, it counts.
is trying to come up with a plan to put electric charging systems at the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes
that
bigger
scares
stones
me.
than I got.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
So
nope. I wouldn't be there, but
I don't want to be near that.
nope.
No. We have another show that's done here at the Flagler Voice podcast studio called Under the Hood.
Under the hood.
Under
yes.
the Hood with
yeah,
Juan.
Juan. Yeah,
And,
that's my guy.
and he's he's not a mechanic anymore. Now he's a supervisor
right,
for
right.
is it
Waste
for Waste Pro.
Yeah, for Waste Pro.
And he talks about the electric garbage trucks, and he's not thrilled with them.
No.
No.
It's like the electric school buses and all the other crap.
All
they're
that
pushing
stuff,
for
yeah.
electric. Sorry, give me a reciprocating engine any day of the week.
Yeah, you've got reliability. You have fuel efficiency. You don't have to worry about the battery dying. And if you run out of fuel in 10 minutes, you can have fuel again.
Yeah.
It's a lot better system, and the power and all that. The electric motors have a lot of high end torque to start with, but that takes a lot of juice out of the battery for the torque. And these garbage trucks are massive, and as they fill up,
They get heavier.
They get heavier, yeah. And he's not thrilled with it,
No.
but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So that's
Awesome,
another
yeah.
show we have here, by the way.
Under the hood.
Under the hood.
Yeah, we like our diesels and we like our outboards. That's kind of where we put our mainstay at. He's like the outboard king. He loves outboards, and I do too, because frankly, they're just so easy. And now there's a company out of England that is building a diesel outboard.
Yeah.
Diesel outboard.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that
Yes.
thing's awesome. 350 horsepower. That son of a gun's what, 7 foot tall? Maybe
Yeah,
8?
yeah, because
It's huge.
I couldn't look inside of it.
But it's bad to the bone.
It is. It is nice. Yeah.
And
And-
my I got the two 350s gas, and which I'm not thrilled with, but I have. But interestingly, a few years ago, I got COVID, and I lost my sense of smell and taste. And I still don't have my sense of smell and taste. And so when I go down onto the boat, I can't tell if there's gas fumes. So I have to have my wife come down on the boat. And then we run the blower, but she has to tell me whether there's fumes or it's been cleared out or whatever. It's I would much prefer diesel.
Yeah, you'd be better off the diesel, and truthfully, if you're going to do that, you better put a gas detector in, and if you run your blower on your boat, you better run it for a minimum of 4 minutes, which, believe it or not,
yes.
is what U.S. Coast Guard recommends.
Yes.
Yeah, I run it for at least that before because I can't smell and.
Yeah, there's a great video on YouTube out there that of a boat that they didn't run the blower on long enough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Blew up. Caught
I've seen that on a couple of jet skis too, and they don't have the blowers, but I've seen the jet skis blow up.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary because you're sitting on it.
What about, because that large motor had a Garrett turbocharger, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, that was diesel. Never mind. It was a diesel engine, right?
It's a diesel.
Never mind.
Turbocharged
Yeah.
diesel engine.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, because it was, it's a fuel. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, it gets really hot, manifolds, gas,
No, it was diesel.
Oh, no, okay. Well,
Well, the nice thing is about the new and upcoming technology and diesel outboard. Are you kidding me? Take your two gassers out, put a couple of gill brackets in the back, hang a couple diesels on the back. You're good to go, and you got a diesel boat.
and it's quiet. It wasn't loud.
No.
Like it's
And
loud.
it
Now,
goes
how much
price
do they
is
cost?
They didn't have a price yet.
Yeah.
It's still a
You have to
prototype
ask.
phase.
Yeah,
You know the old saying,
I guess if
you
you have to ask the
much-
price.
Yeah,
right.
you can't afford it.
Yeah.
How long you throw that one in, so.
Yeah, it has the name boat attached to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, break out another 1,000. That's what boat stands for.
Because I think,
Yeah.
did they have models there too? I think with that display. So,
Yeah.
everyone had to get paid. So,
Yeah.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because I was actually thinking of hauling the boat out, redoing the stern, and putting like a C drive back there with a couple of outboards versus the 350s. But
It's expensive.
It gets
it's
a little
only
pricey,
money.
but yeah.
and I don't have any money, so it doesn't even matter.
We should have had Chrissy call in on this one.
We can call her.
Let's call her up.
Let's see if we can.
Let's call her up.
You guys talk for a minute while
Okay. All right. Call her up. Anyways.
let's see.
I always put everyone online here. That's what everyone, so.
Keep talking. Come
Yeah,
on now.
so anyways, let me see. With the Magnum boat, let me see. What motor are we dealing with? Because it's a V8, right?
It's a 350.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, it's a Mercruiser 350.
Mercruiser. Oh, okay.
But it's an inboard Mercruiser. It's not a stern
Right.
drive.
Okay.
Changes things a little bit.
Yeah, I know. The one with the what was the one with the let's see, it's in the middle, and then the shaft goes kind of at an angle there.
It's what they call a direct drive.
Direct drive. That's what. Okay. All right.
And then there's V drive, where you've got the motor
In the
up this
back.
direction, and it goes and it forms a V.
Oh.
So it comes out of the motor, goes in the transmission, and then it goes out of a prop shaft.
Okay.
That's a V drive.
Okay.
So there's two different types, but they're both inboards.
Right.
But the Magnum is a direct drive.
But the Magnum is direct drive.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. We got to go to the spot there, and just shoot a few flames at, and you have to advertise.
Well, I've texted her. We'll see if she calls in here in a second or not. I hope she does.
Let me see.
You're going to text too?
Let me see.
Well, she's in the hospital, right?
Oh yeah, she's in the hospital.
So she's going to call in from the hospital.
That I heard of, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know which hospital.
We had a
I don't know which hospital.
we had a comment on one of our
Mhm.
things that Chrissy uses the word allegedly too much.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's right. I have to advise her on that one. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
She's not reading the text and she's
Yes.
not calling in.
Well, did you call her and text her? You text her and call her?
I didn't call her. I can't call her.
No,
right
don't
now.
call her.
I'm
Don't
texting.
call her. But
Did you text?
Well, allegedly I did.
Allegedly, yeah. We have a couple of shows that we do. Well, Chrissy does
Mhm.
that are
possibly that may be a little. I don't know. It's
Controversial.
controversial. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Allegedly.
Yes. Allegedly.
Yes.
So there's a lot of allegedly and maybe and
And there are people that may give information.
yeah, potentially.
Possibly. We're not sure. We have to check the facts and make sure that
Yeah.
but not fact check. We
No.
have to check the
No.
facts. Yes.
Oh, it doesn't look like she's going to call in. But
Okay. Well.
we're just about out of time anyway.
All right. Well.
So sorry,
guess that's-
Chrissy. We were hoping you'd call in.
No, that's
I'd like to have you guys back again if you're up to it.
Sure,
It's just a
absolutely.
fun conversation. That's all we
Yeah,
do,
that's
really.
awesome.
Yeah. Any last things you'd like to say about your business?
Go ahead, Dad.
I'll say a handful of things. Number one, we're P&S Marine Repair and Supply. p-smarine.com is our website. That's first thing. Second thing is, if you own a boat, now's the time to get it ready for the upcoming season. Get a tune-up. He's gonna post up a video or a slideshow, whatever he's gonna do, showing what should be done to your boat before the season starts. Get it done now, folks. Don't wait, because we're in January, at the end of January, coming into February, and right now we are already busy. And so consequently, you want to make sure that you get the work done now.
Yeah. Otherwise, forget it till next season because
Well-
you'll got to get in line.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
and then the lead time starts going up and up and up and up, and by the time we get to it, it's a month, 2 months away.
Right.
So-
Well, it's good to be busy though.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no
Yeah.
complaints.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Do you? You didn't say your phone number.
386-983-0744.
Say it again.
386-983-0744.
Awesome. Again, thank you for being on. You want to take us out, Will?
Oh, yes, we will. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Hot Taker, Chrissy and Will. And hey, if you want to make sure your boat can open up a can, you know who to call. Have a good night.